All right, traders, to watch this video for Thursday, December 27th. So when the SPY looked like this, which was after Christmas Eve, I tweeted something like, if a newer trader asks me to show them what an oversold chart, my answer would be the SPY chart right here. I mean, absolutely oversold. I also said that I would tell them that you always want to be careful because oversold can become oversolder. But I'll tell you, I was expecting a bounce pretty soon when the SPY or even any individual stock is in a free fall like this where every day is red. It's anybody's guess when it's going to bounce. All right, now I'm going to add in today and show you the bounce if you're not aware of it yet, which most people are. Even I wouldn't have expected a squeeze like this. That was a massive move. The Dow was up almost 1,100 points. So a massive short squeeze bounce. What I like about today is that there is no way to trade effectively, really, when the market, I'll take today's candle out of again, when the market's just lower every day. You kind of know a bounce is coming, but you don't know where. And so shorts are having a field day. So what happened today is shorts are on notice because there was just a rip your face off. If you're one of the people shorting late, like yesterday or this morning, thinking, okay, weakness begets more weakness, you got your face ripped off today. So now, and I've said this before, when the market falls like it's been doing, it's usually fast and furious, happens pretty quickly, and then the market finds a new range. So now shorts are going to be a little scared, especially, now that we've established a very clear short-term bottom, maybe a 2-year bottom. Maybe it takes out the lows again tomorrow. I don't know. But shorts are going to be a little bit less cocky now. So in my opinion, the market finds a new range and I can go back to kind of trading normally, right? Because now there's fear on both sides. One of the weird parts about my job is generally, I do a search every night. I go through hundreds of charts and then I pick out which charts are kind of possible standout charts. Hey, this one's been strong lately. This one looks good, like it could break out. And when you get into a market like we've had where everything's falling, I can actually find very few charts that are standout. And I'm almost comfortable tomorrow going into tomorrow with no stocks on watch. But I did put a few on watch, and here they are. QTT, nice pop today, kind of breaking out of a range. So I want to watch that one. AMTX. AMTX had a volume spike for this stock. I generally don't trade these sub $1 stocks, but the range on it was 60 cents to 97. If I scoot in a little bit at that big volume day, you can kind of see how today's volume was pretty strong for this stock. I feel a little silly having this one on watch, but you might get a second day play there. Maybe it makes a run to and or through $1. Not my favorite on the chart. CVRR, and again, there's a million charts that look like this. Okay, not a million, but there's a bunch of charts that look like this. I chose CVRR because it had a real big afternoon rally and closed strong, and so I don't know. It's just because I was trading today and I saw that. It's one I'm going to watch tomorrow. Again, not in love with that one either. I'm really more interested in seeing what gaps up tomorrow and hopefully catch a nice gap play. If I had to pick a favorite for tomorrow, it'd probably be MRIN. Strongest stock in the world a few days ago, and now we've got 2 red days on declining volume. Probably my favorite on the list for a potential bounce tomorrow. I kind of like to see it come in one more day, but we'll see. OBLN, crazy ranges and tails on topping tails and bottoming tails. So I'm not in love with this, but it did have big volume 3 sessions ago and then a lower high and a lower high. It basically 2 inside days in a row. So maybe this breaks out to the upside. And then lastly, very small list today, HES, which was on Bounce Watch today. And again, you might have looked at the market and said, hey, I bet day traders killed it today. And some probably did. I'm a big fan of making sure I have a low risk entry and I'm not fighting any external factors as well. So this was probably my best call trade of the day was HES. But even then, I didn't get what I deemed a low risk setup, sadly, until right here. I called it at 39.32, I think, which basically you had the gap up, sell off, then it takes out the high of day. That occurs during lunch, a slow grind up. So for me, there was never a low risk setup. Then it pulls back, maybe above this tight range here, but that was kind of during lunch. But then this is when it got interesting, was this cup and handle right here. The daily was forming a massive volume, possible reversal. And I'll just scroll this over a little bit to show you the setup. So this is, I started watching it somewhere in here, and I put out the alert in the chat for those of you that weren't there. Again, 39, 32. Worst case stop below 39. Would I have risked the whole, 33 cents? I doubt it, but it was a pretty clean cup and handle. And the daily looked like it was putting in a big bounce day that might continue tomorrow, right? So it was a very simple cup and handle break, and you wait for it. Right there it happened, 39, 32. And you can see we were never really underwater, and then we ended up getting up, closing up. And again, that's not a huge trade from here to here. It's a little over $1, right? And the stop, again, maybe 33 cents. I wouldn't let it go that far against me, but that was the worst case. So, you're probably talking, I don't know, 3R maybe, 4R. Which isn't a bad way to end the day. But when you look at the full range that this thing fell for, or ran from almost 35.50 to, you almost had a $5 move there. So to just capture this isn't great, right? But it was the low risk setup that I love, and so that was the call in it. Anyway, it's back on Watch Tomorrow. You can see the daily that I was talking about. You had that kind of waterfall shape and then massive volume today. Kind of basically almost retracing all of Monday's sell-off. So that one's going to be on watch too. And you could pick a lot of charts that probably look like this. Hopefully we'll find some nice gappers in the pre-market to trade as well. So, I'm confident now that the SPY has found a short-term bottom, medium-term bottom. I don't know, but I'm confident that we're going to find some, you can kind of get back to a little bit more normal trading because the free fall is over. And now there's an established level down here. And we'll see what it does going forward and establish maybe a new top of this level too somewhere. And we'll wake up every day just looking for the morning gap plays and trading intraday scanner, results and stuff like that too. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see everybody in chat tomorrow.